Good morning friends. Today let's see numerical integration. In our syllabus we need to follow trapezoidal method, Simpson's rule and Gauss-Quadrature method. And in this video I am discussing about trapezoidal methods. It's one problem as well as C++ program. Actually numerical integration is the process of evaluating a definite integral from a set of tabulated values of integrand f of x. In trapezoidal methods, we are dividing the area under the curve into n equal trapezoids. That is, if our function f of x be continuous in the interval ab, we can partition the interval ab into n equal subintervals by applying the following equation. Integral a to b f of x dx equal to h by 2 into y0 plus yn plus 2 into y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus etc. yn minus 1. That is, first we need to take the sum of initial term and the final term plus 2 into sum of all other remaining terms. That is divided by h, that is multiplied with h by 2. We can calculate the value of h by using this formula. That is, here b minus a is upper limit minus lower limit divided by n. See, b is the upper limit, a is the lower limit. Then b minus a divided by n will give you the value of h. Then we need to calculate each y's, that is y0 to yn we need to calculate. That we can calculate using each yi will be, that is y0 to yn, each yi will be equal to f of xi. Then we can find out the value of xi equal to a plus I into h, that is a is the lower limit plus I into, that is x0 means I will be 0, x1 is I will be 1, x2 is I will be 2, etc. into this h is upper limit minus lower limit divided by n. That is, we are dividing this interval into n equal subinterval. So we are using n here. So let's see an example. Here the question is, evaluate integral 0 to 6 1 by 1 plus x square dx using trapezoidal rule. And divide the interval into 6 equal parts. This thing you may given in the question, otherwise you need to fix this n value. Here the number n is 6. So we can find out the value of h as upper limit minus lower limit divided by n. Here the lower limit is 0 and upper limit is 6. So 6 minus 0 divided by n is 6. So 6. So I got the value of h as 1 here. Then I need to find out each value of xi's in order to find the value of yi. So xi can be calculated by using the formula a plus I into h. Here a is the lower limit, that is 0. 0 plus 0 into, that is I is 0. First term is 0, x0. So I is 0. 0 into, then h is 1 here. 1. So I will get in the value of x0 as 0. Then I need to find the value of x1. x1 is 0 plus, that is a plus I is 1 here. 1 into h value is 1. So 1 into 1, that is 1. Next I need to find the next term, that is x2. x2 is I is 2. So 0 plus 2 into 1. Next is I is 3. So 0 plus 3 into 1. And up to 6, up to n, I need to find the value of xi's, that is x0 to x6 I have find. Then next is I need to find the value of each yi's. Y is equal to f of x. Then here f of x is 1 by 1 plus x square. So we need to put each value of xi's into this equation so that I'll get the value of y. So y0 will be equal to f of x0. x0 is 0. So 1 by 1 plus 0 square, the value is equal to 1. So next is I need to find f of 1. f of 1 I need to put 1 here. 1 by 1 plus, instead of x I need to put 1, that is 1 square. That is 1 by 1. 1 by 2 I'll get the value is 0.5. like f of 2, f of 3, f of 4, 6 as find out all these values, and I'll get the values as 0.5, 0.2, etc. 0.027. These are the values of yi's, that is y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5 and y6. After getting the values of all yi's, I can put the value of yi's in this equation. My equation is h by 2. I have got the value of h as 1 by 2 into, take the first term and the last term. First term is y0 is 1 and the last term y6 is 0.027. So 1 plus 0.027. So next is 2 into sum of all other terms. 2 into y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 plus y5. First and last term I have taken in the initial step. So remove the first and last term and take the sum of all other terms. So y1 to y5. So after evaluating this equation, I have got the value was 1.4107. This is how we can do the definite integral. Find the value of this integral using trapezoidal rule. This is about the problem. Hope you understand. Now let's move on to the program. First, see, in each step I need to find the value of yi's and xi's. So for finding the value of xi, I am using the formula a plus I into h. For finding the value of yi, I need to provide each x terms into this given fx and evaluate this fx. So for evaluating the f of x function, I am here defining a user-defined function fn, and in that fn I am passing the value of each x. That is why it is put as float. So the return value is, what is the value returned is, by putting each x in here, and after evaluating this, the return value will be each yi's. That is, the return value is float here, so I am putting float here. Float fn, float x. Here the function is 1 by 1 plus x square. This is the given function. So this function evaluate 1 by 1 plus x square is power of 2x comma 2. So power of x comma 2, and after evaluating this 1 by 1 plus x square for each x term will be stored in the variable r. That variable r is returned here. That is, for after evaluating this function for each x values, I will get the value of yi's. In order to calculate this, I need to get, user has to input the lower limit and upper limit. Then what is the n equals subintervals. So read these values from the user first. See out, enter the lower limit of the integration, and it is stored in the value a, variable a, and enter the upper limit of integration, and it is stored in the variable b, and enter the subintervals, and it is stored in the variable n. I have used the same variables which I have used in the problem. Then next is, I need to calculate the value of h. So h is calculated using the formula b minus a by n. b is the upper limit, a is the lower limit, divided by n. The next is, I need to find the value of each yi's. So here I have declared an array y, that is a float array y of 20, and I am saving all the calculating each yi's and saving each yi values in the array y. So x is equal to a plus I into h. We know the formula a plus I into h. So x is equal to a plus I into h. Then yi will be equal to, that is y0 will be equal to fn of each x. That is, I am calling the defined function here. In the first iteration, I will be equal to 0. So y of 0 will be equal to fn of x. Each x0 is calculated here. A plus I value 0, 0 into h. So first the value of x is 0 we will be getting the value as 0. So here the value will be equal to 0. X, initially the value of x will be equal to 0. So y of I equal to fn of 0 will call fn as 1 by 1 plus x square. Here the value 0 will get here. Then power of 0 comma 2, this is 0, 1 by 1. So here, from here we will return the value as 1. So first initial value of yi is I is equal to 1. So we will be getting the value as 1. F of x is 1. So here y of 0 will be equal to 1. So next is again I value is equal to 1. When the I value is equal to 1, what will happen? Here a plus 1 into h, that is the new x1 will be calculated, and x1 will be equal to 0 into 1 plus 1 will be equal to 1. Then it will call the function fn of 1. Fn of 1 will get calculated, that is 1 by 1 plus 1 square, that is 1 by 2, that is the value returned as 0.5. That will be stored in y1, the array y1. Like y2 will store the value of, next value will be stored in the array index y2. Next value will be stored in the array index y3. Next value will be stored in the array index y4. And this loop will continue till the value of n. See, I is less than or equal to n as the limit here. So 0 to 6 now in our example n is equal intervals. We are dividing it into 5 equal. See, in our example the n is 6, that is we are dividing the interval into 6 equal parts. So I is 0 to I is less than or equal to n till 6 the loop will get iterate. So y0 to y6 will calculate from this loop. After that I need to calculate the sum of y0 plus yn. I need to calculate first. Then that is y0 plus yn plus 2 into sum of y1 to yn minus 1. That is I need to calculate the sum of y1 to yn minus 1. This will be calculated from this loop. That is I value will start from 1. That is y1 to I is less than n. That is n minus 1 till n minus 1 I value. When reached to n minus 1, it will stop the iteration. Then I will calculate the value y sum. Y sum is initialized as 0 here. Don't forget to initialize this as 0. Then y sum is equal to 0 is initialized. Y sum equal to previous y sum plus each yi's. That is y of 0 plus 0. Then y of 1 plus y2, y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus etc. yn minus 1 will happen in this loop. So I have calculated y sum as well. Then integral will be equal to in as the variable I am using here to store the result. In is equal to h by 2, that is this h by 2. Then h by 2 into y0 plus yn, that is y0 plus y of 0 plus yn, plus 2 into the sum of all other terms that we have find out and stored in y sum. So 2 into y sum. So this integral will contain the result. So required value of integration is in. So yeah, you can output the user using cout. Our result will contain in the variable in. So output the variable in, return 0 and end of the program. Hope you understand. Thank you.